In a small, quiet town, where dreams often stay dreams, lived a 14-year-old boy named Arjun. His story isn't one of magic or miracles, but of pure, unyielding grit. While most kids his age were sound asleep, Arjun's day began at 4 a.m. The world was still dark, but he was already on his bicycle, a stack of newspapers balanced precariously, ready to be delivered. This wasn't a hobby, it was a necessity. His father was sick, unable to work, and his mother toiled endlessly just to make ends meet. Arjun's small earnings were a lifeline for his family. The pre-dawn chill was a constant companion, but it was the bone-deep exhaustion that truly tested him. After his paper route, he'd rush home, grab a quick bite, and then sprint to school. More often than not, he'd arrive late, his face flushed and his breath ragged. His teachers, unaware of his morning struggles, would scold him for his tardiness. He'd stand there, head bowed, too tired and too proud to explain. In class, staying awake was a battle. His eyelids felt like lead weights, and his mind would drift, not out of boredom, but from sheer fatigue. His classmates saw him as the boy who was always late, always tired, never quite present. One day, a notice was pinned on the school's bulletin board. It announced a prestigious mathematics scholarship exam. The prize was significant enough to change a family's fortune. A buzz of excitement filled the school halls. The brightest students began forming study groups, their chatter filled with talk of complex equations and theorems. Arjun stood at the edge of the crowd, the notice a blur in his tired eyes. He overheard whispers. Arjun, he can barely stay awake in class. He doesn't stand a chance. The words stung, but instead of breaking him, they ignited a fire within. He decided he wouldn't just compete, he would win. But how? He couldn't afford expensive tutors or reference books. His family needed every penny he earned. So, Arjun did what he had always done. He found a way. He approached his classmates, swallowing his pride, and asked to borrow their old textbooks. He found his sanctuary under the shade of a large banyan tree in the village square. This ancient tree became his classroom. After his paper route and after school, while other kids played, Arjun sat there, hunched over borrowed books, the dappled sunlight his only lamp. He sacrificed what little sleep and free time he had. His nights became a blur of numbers and formulas, his mind racing to solve problems. He wrote on scraps of paper, on the back of old newspapers, on anything he could find. Every solved equation felt like a small victory.